Hello everybody. Today is a very exciting video. I am going to be cash stuffing a huge amount of money into some sinking funds to work towards some goals. Hello, if you are new, I am Deidre. Welcome on in. I hope that you'll consider joining me on this journey. This is not a typical video of mine, but I do cash stuffing bi-weekly. I do savings challenges about every 2 weeks, as well as mini savings challenges about every 2 weeks, and I do cash counting to figure out where I've made progress in my savings at the end of every single month. And then there'll be a few ad hoc videos where there might be a bonus cash stuffing, maybe some happy mail, things like that. So welcome on in. So today is very exciting because I'm going to be cash stuffing a huge amount of money. As I said, this is money from Backpay from 2 years, so 2 years worth of back pay. So I work in a unionized environment, and our contract was recently settled. Therefore, that we are owed back pay for the last 2 years as if we were at those rates. Now, the only thing that really sucks about this is most of it goes towards taxes and union dues. And stuff like that. So it does suck. But that is okay. I will definitely take it. Because I am consumer debt free, I do not have to worry about putting any of this money towards debt, which is amazing because any previous time I would get any extra money, it would always go to help me pay down my debt. But this time it gets to go towards some savings goals. So most of this is going digitally. So I do have a lot of placeholders. I am putting it a lot of places. I've already worked it out because it did take me a while to work it out. I had to find out first what I was getting, and then I had to really sit down and see where I wanted this money to go. Now, I wish I could say I'm putting this towards me being able to go out and spend money, go on a trip. I mean, I guess I could have, but I'm trying to work towards goals. So that's why that money is going towards goals. So yeah, let's get into it. I've written it on a page of my easy bi-weekly budget book that I got off of Amazon. So I wrote out what I am going to be doing. So I am dealing with $2,500. Like I said, this is not normal. This is very abnormal for me. I would never ever be able to stuff this much, but I am super thankful for it. So we have $500 in cash, and we have $2,000 in placeholders. So I will actually just start out with the placeholders first. So we have 1,000, 200, 400, 600, 700, and 800 in placeholders. And then we have 1, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, and 5. So that is absolutely correct. I do not have a cash stuffing tray, so just bear with me here. I just have never invested in one, so I'm trying not to spend money on things like related to cash stuffing right now. So yeah, so I am I've already done some stuff online. This is money that I do count up my vehicle, what I would call like vehicle maintenance fund online. $100 has gone online to that. I wanted to just give that just a slight little boost. I do put money every single month into that. So yeah, it's not like I'm not worried about anything, but I always want to have money in car maintenance. And I did transfer $100 into my RRSP. So in Canada, that is Registered Retirement Savings Plan. I am way closer to 40 than I am to 30, and so every little bit definitely helps. I did have some money go off this big huge payment pre-tax, so money is going into my RRSP every single paycheck, pre-tax and post-tax. So old me definitely is going to need money, especially being a single income person. I'm going to be the only person that can save for me, right? So we are going to be putting into multiple different categories today. So let's get started. I think we are going to start out with our home binder. So in here, if you are new, I am looking to purchase a new place. I currently own a condo, and I knew going into it that I was not allowed to have any pets, but I am wanting a dog. I'm also wanting my parents, my brother and my sister's dogs to be able to come over and visit. So this is money that's going to be used for moving fees, setting up utilities, lawyer's fees, moving costs, sort of anything like that. So we are going to be putting in $1,000 today. So I am going to be grabbing that $1,000 placeholder. And so we are going to be able to cross off $1,000 worth on this little tracker here, so that I'm definitely happy to have this extra money. I was definitely making progress. I put money into this every paycheck, but it's always nice to be able to give it a nice good boost. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Oh shoot, I screwed myself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1,000. So we are $400 away from reaching $2,500 in here. I'm not really sure what my goal is for this. My initial goal for actually 2026 was to get $1,000 in here, but there's just been a lot of things that have happened, thankfully, in the first 3 months that have allowed me to really grow this. So I don't really have much of a goal. If you guys have any idea, I was thinking maybe about 4,000, 3,500, 4,000. We'll see. I don't know if I can get to that by the end of the year, but we will see. So we have 1,000, 2,100 in here. So I am very pleased with that. I am also just going to do a little tick that I've actually done this. The tick was to remind myself to do the transfer. So in this binder, I do have an area for new furniture. So when I move, obviously, I'm probably going to need some more furniture, just, more space. So I am putting $100 in here today. And it doesn't have to be brand new. It does not have to be super expensive or super fancy or anything like that. So, but definitely gonna know I'm gonna need some more furniture. And actually, I'm gonna swap out these two 100 placeholders for a 200. Excuse my reach. Okay. So, and in here we, oh yes, this little tracker is from Budget with Ira. It's one of his laminated small little savings challenges, and this is for furniture. So we are at $250 in furniture. So I haven't really been stuffing much in here and don't really plan to. It's just going to kind of get money every once in a while. And I am going to have to pay my condo insurance for my current place. I do have money in the bank. This will be paid at the beginning of May, and then I'm going to need to decide what months I am going to replenish that. So, and the other categories in there are just for future. So that is the home binder done, and we're just going to check off that we did the furniture. That's great. Okay, let's get into this binder. So I have 3 custom trackers, A5 trackers in here. They are from Iris over at Iris Budgets, and she makes them. If you are interested, I'll make sure her shop is linked down below. You can get them in so many different colors. It can be a blank tracker, as you will see from here. It can be a set amount. So in here, I'm going to be putting $300 towards my emergency fund today. And so this is going to be a lot of coloring because each icon is $10. So that is $50. And let's bring in some different colors just to kind of change it up. So if you guys were to receive Backpay, a nice big bonus, I would love to know what you would do with it. Would you put it towards savings? Would you put it towards goals? Definitely let me know down below. I would definitely love to get people's idea about what they would do should they receive money maybe that was expected, but you know, it was a larger amount than you typically maybe have. So, all right, so that is 150 so far. And sorry, I'm not going to be able to speed you through this because I don't have a, I don't use a program to edit my videos really, so I do apologize. But hopefully you enjoy coloring. Unfortunately, I don't color for the most neatness because it is laminated, so it will get cleaned off once it is full. So we have 200 already. And I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. So appreciate you hanging out with me. If you are still hanging out and you haven't fast forwarded, definitely leave me a die in the comments down below. And so last 50, let's make sure. 51, 52, 53, that is absolutely correct. And getting my emergency fund up to $3,000 was the goal this year. I think I will definitely meet that, and I'm just going to keep continuing to save. I am definitely not going to stop. So $300 in placeholders, and in the bank we have 1,000, 2,000. Now we have 2,200, 350. So 2,350 in emergency fund. I'm very pleased with that. All right, new vehicle is going to actually get some actual money, but I know I'm going to have to take some money back to the bank, but that is okay. So in new vehicle, this is a new vehicle for way in the future. I just wanted to start saving towards a new vehicle. I want to purchase my vehicle outright or have as small of a loan payment as possible. So in here, we are putting in $130 today. So I do believe I have it off to the side. I did grab out a $100 bill, which I almost never have. If you've never really seen a $100 Canadian bill, this is what it looks like. So we are just going to quickly color in 13. I'm just doing the tires. So and 13. Okay. All right. So in new vehicle, we have, I'm just going to put this 20 there. So we have 1,000, I wish, 100, and now we have 200, 200, 250, 270, 290, 300. So we have $300 towards a new vehicle. It definitely won't be a new vehicle, but a slightly used vehicle I'm hoping for. So next up is month ahead. So this one I know I'm going to have to do a few things on. So I know I'm putting in $200 in here, but I have multiple different categories. So this is not a traditional month ahead. I plan on purchasing my new place, then selling my current condo. So I don't want to have to rely solely on my paycheck to help pay for some expenses. I don't suspect it will take very long to sell my current condo. They are selling, and fingers crossed that when I go to sell next year that is the case. I have already saved 1 month worth of some basic expenses, especially those relating to my condo. So my goal is to finish a second month this year. So in cable and internet, we are going to be fully funding that because we are going to be putting 100 of the 200 into there. And I know I probably have to clean this off. And property taxes, I already finished. That's supposed to be cable internet, so that was supposed to go at the back. Sorry, confusing everybody and myself. So that is better. Okay, so we are going to erase that. And now we are fully funded at $330. Sorry, 360 it's supposed to be. Oh my gosh, Deidre. So that's 130, so I need my calculator. 200 was going in there, and so yeah, I should be able to do that math in my head, but it's after work, so I do apologize. So yeah, I was like, that doesn't sound right. So we are fully funded another month of internet cable, and we are going to now move on to condo fees. So it is going to technically get the last 70, and so we are going to have $540 in here. And I actually wonder if I should just write on this fully funded. I'm looking for my black pen, and I have a whole bunch of Sharpies off to the side, and guess what, they're all turned down, so I can never seem to tell the color, unfortunately, and they always kind of get hidden. So there we go. Okay, so we have 540 in there right now, so we are $400 away from fully funding another month, and that was 70 in there. I'm not going to worry about the tracker right now, so that is amazing. And I'm just going to put the $200 that I had pulled out for placeholder just back, because it was more of a visual cue to me to remind myself to do that. So we're just going to check off month ahead, because that one is now finished, and I do believe that is it, yes, for this binder. So we are going to move on. Actually, I'm going to quickly pull out this binder that doesn't get a whole lot of love. It's annuals, but it's also categories that don't tend to get a lot of money. I am putting a little bit into my health sinking fund, because I figured while I had some extra money that this could get some. This is for reimbursing myself when I run out of my benefits, basically reimbursing me, which typically happens towards the end of the year, but it could easily happen if I have a lot of medical things happening. So it's just to reimburse myself, essentially. So I put 25, so I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. And I have used this in the past also to buy like over-the-counter meds when I've been sick. So just wanted to put a little money while I have it. And we are going to be putting money into date night, night out. I am not going to clean this tracker off, but this is used mostly for time for myself. I've been using it for yoga classes. I could use it for tickets to a comedian or a sporting event, or maybe an event near me if I wanted to. That maybe costs more than typically I have in spending money. So we are going to put 25 into there today. And so we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, and 85. So I'm very happy with that. If I do use this money for yoga, most likely the next round, I've already booked the next round for May, but then they stop over the summer. And so it will probably be starting back up in the fall. And that should probably be around about $60 for a 6-week time frame. So next up, we are going to be putting money into sort of my revolving things that are priority goals. And I'm just going to grab a drink. All right. So we are going to be putting some money into clothing. Doesn't get a whole lot of love, but that's okay. I am on a weight loss journey, so definitely I've had to buy some things here and there. I did recently pull some money out of here, as there was a purse from the shopping channel, which I've been wanting for a long time, and it was on sale for $30. And I also bought like a cardigan that I can wear as a shirt. So yeah, I did use some money out of here. I'm all over the place today. I apologize. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, and 60 in here. And this gets money, and then it can be used, and then it gets built back up again. And I don't buy very super expensive clothing. So next up is tech. And I am trying to get this up to $650. This will be used towards a new laptop when mine decides to bite the dust, as they just don't seem to make them, won't last very well anymore. And so I don't need a new phone. I better knock on wood when I say that. I got a newer phone last year, so I should be good for the next few years. But if my laptop's still going strong, and what I plan to do is replace just the battery in my phone. It costs way less than getting a whole new phone, because there's nothing really wrong with the phone. It always seems like the batteries are the ones that seem to die fast, or I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but you can go to authorized Apple retailers that will replace your battery for way, way cheaper. So that's what I plan to do. So we have 500 in the bank. And we have 550, 570, 580, 590. Nope, that can't be right. 570, 80, 90. Did I put too much in here? Yes, I did. I took a 10. I was putting 20 in, not 30. Oh my gosh. 550, 70, 80, 96. That is correct. That is, holy. I literally wrote down 20 and then I took 30. Okay. All right, next up is pets. So again, I do not have a pet for the future. And this one is getting a placeholder. And it's getting the last placeholder. And we are going to write in here that we are putting $200. And so we have $1,250. Oh my gosh, my writing today. The goal for this is at least $2,000 this year. So, and in case anybody's wondering, I am hoping to get a Sheltie. That is what I grew up with. That is the breed that I really love. They are wicked smart. They are the 6th smartest breed in the entire world. Trust me, they have their quirks. They can be a little bit barky. They can want to herd you around, but they are good with kids. They are generally good with other dogs. They're very good with people. So that is the goal. And there's a rescue that does rescue them. So I would probably start there. They range from being fairly young, but usually not puppy, you know, maybe a couple years old, up to seniors. They are an amazing rescue, and they're about an hour and a half from where I live. So, and you do have to apply. You have to be aware of basically what you're getting into. With a Sheltie, it's like certain breeds. They do have their quirks, health issues, things like that. So, 1,000 in the bank, 250, and we are just going to color this in. So that was, that's 50. And so we should have 250. 50. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I will definitely look at it after. I'm not going to keep you guys here. Sorry again, brain is just, it's been a day. It's been a day. I don't know if anybody else has had that or not, but it has been a day, and this is looking like it's going to be one of definitely my longer videos, so I do appreciate you sticking around. Typically my videos are not this long, so the only ones that tend to be longer are my count ups at the end of the month, just because I have so many different categories to go over, so it just is a little bit more encompassing of different things, and I do try and respect everybody's time. I know not everybody has an hour to watch a video from start to finish, so I am going to be putting $50 into here, and I'm going to be doing it in 2 20s and a 10. So this will be used for Mother's Day, Father's Day, family birthdays. I wanted to give it a bit of a boost just because it's definitely not a bad thing. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 5, 10, 15. So, and I don't go super crazy with gifts. But I do like to give something really either useful, meaningful, that sort of thing. So, all right. Next up is I'm going to put some money into giving so that when I want to give, I have a little extra to give. That is important to me. And we are putting in 20. So just that little extra boost. So in giving, we have 20, 40, 50, and 60. And this could be to a organization. This could be to a person. Just kind of whatever's happening at that time. And I feel like I want to do giving. That's what I use the money for. And last but certainly not least, we're going to be putting money into our 1K binder. This binder is meant to be used to save $1,000. I am using this to save $1,000 to put a lump sum into my tax-free savings. This binder is from Iris Budgets. Again, she makes amazing items. I have another binder of hers that I've used again and again. It's super well made. So I plan on saving $1,000 this year to put into my tax-free savings. I want to use that towards my retirement. So the tax-free savings, you're supposed to use it as an investment vehicle, but you can pull money out of it at any time and you do not owe any taxes on it. I want to have money in there as like a bridging when I go to retire, that I could have about at least a half a year's worth of expenses so that I might not have to start benefits when I go to retire. I would only ever pull the money out of here that's intended for retirement if it was like I need every single penny to my name for something that goes crazy. So we are going to be putting in $200, and I'm just going to put it straight into the 50 spots. And so we have 51, 52, and so we are going to find... I've already been able to redistribute. So what I'm doing is saving typically in the front with one of Iris's mini challenge, $200. Then I redistribute throughout the binder. But because I'm putting in a $50 bill, I figured I would just put them directly into the 50s and just kind of not fuss with that right now. So we're going to find those, and I will mark them off on the front after. But I'm thinking as long as everything goes according to plan, I should at least be able to get at least $1,000 into my tax-free savings this year. If I could do more, obviously that's amazing, because my future self definitely needs money. I mean, my present self needs money, but my future self is going to really, really need money. So, and again, like I said earlier in the video, being single, that I'm the only person that's going to be able to really make that happen. So we did, and I think we did that. So I don't think we have any 50s to fill up, so that is very kind of cool. So we are definitely going to see what's in there. My next video should be a cash count up, so I will be counting up all of these different categories. I will be tracking them on my spreadsheet, so that will be coming out in the next few days. I hope that you will join me for that video. I would definitely love to see you there. Just thank you so much for watching this video. Being able to put money towards goals is so amazing. I'm very happy with myself. I have to kind of pat myself on the back because as a spender, I have a tendency to want to spend money. So by allocating it towards my goals, I'm going to be very less tempted to spend it. So yes, thank you so much for being here. If you are not subscribed, I hope that you will subscribe. I want to reach, 500 subscribers this year to do a giveaway. But my goal for the month of March is 370, and I'm getting close to being there. So definitely subscribe, and so you can watch all of my amazing content. And I will catch you on that video, I hope, which will be the cash count up. So yes, bye everybody.